Yeah, welcome to Beer Parlor Politics, our weekend program. Hello, guys.
Hello, guys.
How are you? Huh?
I'm surprised I'm in the beer parlor.
You don't know how you got here.
I just find myself here.
Thank you for coming around.
You're welcome.
Actually, looking backwards, they go back because this don't the beer parlor now.
Well, in beer parlor, they tell each issue now. It's not only whatever you think.
The other thing is
Because Sharia will hold you.
Well, okay.
They will give you 12 strokes.
All right. So let's get to this issue of moving power to north, south, and all that. Unfortunately, this equation was distorted by the demise of our dear former president, Musa Yar'Adua. May so rest in peace. But since after Buhari's 8 years, people feel, we can have that as a beginning, so that we can start recycling that north, south. This is clearly unwritten. There is something the Minister of Art and Culture said that is very remarkable. The person of Hanatu Musawa. Let me read it for you. He said, hopefully, one day we will be able to get over that, and candidates will only be judged on their capacity and what they have to bring to the table. But since we are not there yet, for the benefit of these politics now, power should certainly, for the next 4 to 6 years, remain in the southern part of the country. Do you think we should sacrifice capacity, competence, and character just simply to share power between north and south?
Not that what I think is what we are already doing for equity, justice, and fair play to every region in Nigeria. But what we have not done is also to take it to the nitty-gritty. Because we can't say there are no difference in the south or there are no difference in the north. There are difference in all these places. That's the truth. In the south, we have Yoruba, we have Igbo, we have Ijo, we have Edo. Of course, you can say the Ijo and the Edo can merge together. But we have Yoruba, we have Igbo. Whichever way you like it, the Igbo too are a majority part of it. Now, Obasanjo ruled for 8 years, right? Then he went to the north. Now, when he got to the north, the person in charge passed on. The Niger Delta man from Ijo enclave ruled for 6 years at it. Now, he went back to the north. As he went back to the north, we should have said, after the 8 years, at least let the Igbo man, if we are basing it on religion, ethnicity, or whatever it is, it should go to the eastern part of the country. Now, we have not gotten to that state where you can say it should be on merit of the personality and not on the other side. Now, this guy, this lady minister for culture was responding to Kenneth Okonkwo's own side of the story that it should go back to the north. And the south are saying, no, let it stay in the south for the next 4 years. It doesn't have to be from the Yoruba.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be 8 years.
Exactly. See, if I come there, I was letting them know, by the time they say this north and south, without taking cognizance of the 6 regions or tribe, they are making mistake. As at that time, it will not even be the turn of the south. By 2027, we would have had 28 years of democracy. Okay? Obasanjo took 8 years. Jonathan took 6 years. That is 14. Tinubu would have taken 4. And that is 18. It is only Yar'Adua's 2 years and Buhari's 8 years. That is in the north. But by the time you go into the sub-region, and our originality is by the tribe, you find out that Southeast has neither produced a president nor even the vice president, which is the Igbo enclave. They have not. So if they are talking about fairness and equity based on sub-region, it's not south. It should be southeast. And that is what he's saying. And when you now put this by the table, do you think Atiku should be contesting? Do you think Tinubu shouldn't have even done one tenure and say, let somebody from Southeast come and complete it before going to the north?
For me, if you ask me, I would say that even the rotation is not fair. Now, and looking at the crop of leaders we have now, all of them should have retired. Atiku Abubakar have no right and no reason not right, no reason whatever to still contest or even conceive the idea. The truth of the matter is, there are places in Nigeria, regions in Nigeria that are still marginalized.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, the east, the southeast. People feel that these people don't have the quality to become to rule Nigeria. Yeah. Now let's come back to Abuja. Since democracy, the ministers of FCT, where are they from? The north.
Yeah.
Apart from El-Rufai, which minister has done credibly well than Wike?
It's only El-Rufai.
Apart from El-Rufai.
Yeah, it's only El-Rufai.
One came to do speed bump. The other one came to ban prostitutes. The other one came to share land. The other one said no smoking in public places. So what are we saying? Then Wike came. Even they themselves can testify. If you travel from Zamfara to Kaduna, everything that you see there. Now, I happen to visit Kaura in Zamfara. Because of the insecurity there, you cannot make call. You can't make call in Kaura where they have federal polytechnic. You can't make call because so that it will curb the insecurity. So what are we saying? And we have leaders, men that have money, that have stolen money, men that have all the wealth of their state in their pocket, but they can't do anything but come to Abuja here, see what they are doing. Their children driving cars that can buy, that can take care of a particular community in that place. So what we are saying is, if, like he said, competence and passion for the job, majority of the northern leaders don't have passion for the job. They are after the money. But you see the people from the south, maybe because of their business mind and because of the passion. Although, like he said, we still have people who, even though you have good people, you still have bad people.
Certainly.
Now, but the northern elite, gradually as we're talking now, the Arewa youth, they are gathering themselves. They want to speak out that enough is enough. The North must stand up. Because the leaders they have now are not leaders who have their interests at hand.
They are not really representing them.
Now, I asked a question. If Buhari was still on seats, in power...
If they would do that.
Would there be a coalition? Would there be reason for coalition? It's because it's a Tinubu.
Yeah.
Now, the Tinubu, what has Tinubu done so far? Has he affected the life of the Northerners? He has affected majority of the Northerners. Because the person who even brought this is a Northerner, Musawa.
Yeah, Musawa.
She's a Northerner. And for her to even think about it, if the person sitting there is doing well, why not allow the person? It's not, Nigerians have gone into a stage where it reminds me of the music of Majek Fashek, the late Majek Fashek, religion and politics.
Politics, yes.
You understand? When we start looking at you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, you are Hausa, we will not go anywhere.
Right. You know, what he said, if you start looking at your Igbo, your Yoruba, will not go anywhere. My idea of federal character is also my idea of inclusiveness and diversity. What is the idea? If three of us are qualified to be selected for a job and only one person is required for that position, they can go to that place, check who is it among our background that has not been there. Or if they get there, they will check where we are from, which is our state. If the other people that are there are all from my state, equity and inclusiveness demands that even while three of us are qualified, I should not be the one taking for that job. Because existing people working there are all from my state, they have to take you. But it doesn't mean that when you are not qualified, I'm the only one that is qualified, then because people working there are from my state, they will not go and take you. That will not develop. That's exactly what he's trying to say. And he talked about Arewa people trying to take people, stand up and they probably take, look at what Asiwaju is doing, probably kind of stand like an opposition. Notice that a lot of groups are coming up. Coalition, we have coalition already standing on their own. Also, just about few weeks, I call it few months ago, is how many months? Pat Utomi came up with the idea of shadow government. The case is still in court. They have actually reserved date for judgment. When he came up with that idea of shadow government, everybody was like could this be legal? Could this be illegal? Because we have only heard of shadow government in a parliamentary system where they actually go to the parliament and they have seats. Do you think such things like shadow government or whatever will have any way of helping us?
Pat Utomi was here.
Yes.
We hosted
We
him
two of
on,
us talked to him.
Exactly. And he said that it's a misconception of what he wanted us to do. And from his explanation, I could see if that is true what he said. It's something that he has thought about for a very long time. But let's look at what you call equity, justice, and fairness. Then go to the other side and look at what we call meritocracy. The idea of merit. Bill Clinton is from a state, one of the smallest states
in America,
Little Rock, Arkansas. Nobody asked him. The state is so small that the economy is very little, but he did a lot, and from there came to limelight. Listen, his background was nowhere near.
I think he was 6 months in his mother's bowel when they adopted him.
Exactly. In fact, he was adopted.
Yes, when the dad died.
When he
doesn't know
was
his
born,
father.
Exactly. When he was born, he was adopted.
Yes.
His name, Clinton, is from the adopted family. Now, he came to limelight and became who he is. Look, Barack Obama. Of course, from Chicago, definitely. A mother that is married, a father from Africa, never really knew his father very well. I mean, divergent. Became, in Nigeria, can we have people like that? They are using what you call meritocracy. Not because you are from here or from there. Look at the other one that is from close to Russia. The other five.
But notice that Hanatu Musawa is against the meritocracy per se. How long are we going to go into
she
this?
She said she's not against meritocracy. He said when we find ourselves
for now.
Exactly.
That was against it for now.
No, exactly.
So how long can we sustain what we are doing?
Until we become developed. Until a few.
If you are doing what is not meritable, how are you sure it's going to develop you?
Well, it's in their transition and from one point to the other.
We have done this for 26 years. Are we moving forward?
26 years is still very small. American democracy was in 1770-something. Can't remember too well now.
Do you have the records that they were moving backward before they started moving forward?
Yes, they were moving backward. Don't forget, they had civil wars.
Yeah, certainly.
A lot of civil wars.
Yeah, no, that civil war reminds me of something I have always said. You know, in America, it said that it took George Washington to, create a nation, but it took Abraham Lincoln to conserve the nation. And Abraham Lincoln said something. He said, I achieved this feat with men who look like they were not equal to the task.
Yeah.
Do you see 2027 pose a threat for Asiwaju? The coalition is coming up. People are saying, oh, these people are not agreeing, they are disagreeing. They are not talking one voice. Oh, their party chairman is suspending this and that, many cases in court and all that. Do you think 2027, the coalition or otherwise any other opposition that might come up between now and December could remove Asiwaju?
Okay, so a lot of Nigerians will always say that Tinubu is the master planner. He knows how to play the game. Of course, for you to be a politician, you must have studied the terrain and learning from the grassroots. And if you look at his rise, you understand that, yes, you understand the game. But when you play game with people who know you and the game, and the people who are with you in the game are no more with you, mean they know your tactics.
Certainly.
You understand? So obviously he has people who understand his tactics, and that's why I can say from my own point that Tinubu, the camp, they are shaking. Because if they are not shaking, why every day they come out to say one or two things about the coalition?
Okay, now that's coalition. Yes. Do you think that is why the DSS had to take Pat Utomi to court for issues of shadow government? Because they don't want any dissenting voice or whatever. Because Pat Utomi said that this shadow government didn't start now, that he started it during Yaradua's time.
Yes. So if you are used to Pat Utomi very well, you know that he's somebody that is vocal for good governance. Yeah. Right from time he comes out, he was part of the people who were with Obi, so he wants a better Nigeria. So what are we saying? Pat Utomi, from the understanding of the shadow government, we need a government, or we need a set of people that will checkmate what the present government is doing. I think it's read out of context, or it's taken out of context. Yeah. It is not trying to overthrow or usurp the authority. You understand?
Yeah, he was there, and I asked him. He said it's out of people are acting out of ignorance.
So I don't see somebody that is well learned, well studied like Pat Utomi, knowing that it's an act of treason to want to
have two governments.
Yes. So having the idea of a shadow government is not what for me, I would say, I've not heard him say it, but I can say from my own side that is not what is intended.
Yeah.
The intent was, okay, let's have people to checkmate what this government do. Let's hold the government accountable. Let's have people to always look at their activity. You say we are doing this. Okay, have you done it? Why is it like this? You are asking for a loan. What is the loan for? Because today you say Abacha loot. What have the Abacha loot? What have we done with Abacha loot? So if we have people who will hold the leaders accountable and say, okay, Nigerians will look at what happened or look at this, then it's not a problem.
Well, okay, let me draw your attention because you appear to have deep knowledge on this so that you help me make good analysis of it. You know, Hanatu Musawa said we are not yet where we are supposed to be. He was defending it. Okay. Now, it also means that our populace are not as educated as we think. When these people that we know are not where we are supposed to be, you tell them this is Minister of Finance, Nigeria. This is Minister of Finance, shadow government. Don't you think people, even though your intention is not for treason, don't you think people's loyalty will start going to the Minister of Finance, shadow government, and misunderstand it and start pledging loyalty to that place? So, knowing our populace, not many are educated.
So if you say not many are educated, I think I may not want to agree with you.
Okay.
Because the people who are highly educated in Nigeria are the ones that you don't know. We have people who are competent enough in Nigeria. And with the era of social media, what do you expect? Social media has made life easy, if not for the fact that we have AI now that can doctor things. So if we spread the information like what we are doing now, you explain what a shadow government is, you explain what checkmating the government is, and they get to understand it. Like, okay, having a councillor, you're having a local government chairman, you're having somebody that is directly speaking with the people. Speak the language the people want to understand.
All right.
Nobody is speaking the language the people want to understand. They only speak poverty to the people so that it make it them, weaponize them with poverty. When you bring things to them now, they clamor and start singing your praise. That's what they want.
All right, the DSS going to court other than gagging Pat Utomi, arresting him and detaining him. Do you give them credit for that?
No. I don't give them credit for any of them, any of it. Either going to court or trying to gag him. No. What they should have done is to invite Pat Utomi. And
to explain.
Him to explain. Are you, is it treason you want to have? Then he will not explain to them the way he explained to us. He said what he wanted to do was to offer government free consultancy services on policies and where they determine to do
why
things.
Not call it
why not
another name instead of government?
They should have told him that. I mean, this is not matter we should worry about. They just, for example, now, you can't use Nigerian to register.
Because if you want to register something, you can't use the word Nigeria like that. Or ministry or something. Exactly. Before you use it, there are certain things that are regulated.
They will reject it. I don't
Even consultancy, you have to have a professional certification in certain discipline to use the word consulting.
I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done. They should have been more professional. Invite Pat Utomi that, look, we want to hear your views on this shadow government. This is not the kind of government that we play in Nigeria. That's what they should have done. Taking him to court and making a whole hula baloo of the whole thing.
All right, Edward, there are a lot of school of thought who also believe that courts is part of democracy. So one of the best way of having authority, of actually saying this law has been determined, is to allow that law to go through the court. Well, our time is up, fast spent. So this is still Beer Parlor Politics. Until next time.